All right, guys, let's talk basketball and talk about the D Tigers. Well, won the three matches in the first leg in the round of the FIBA 2019. Qualify for the World Cup, the qualifiers for the World Cup. You have 16 teams have already qualified now. 4 Asian teams joined the 12 teams that have already qualified. We've done our bit here, and the second leg we hear is going to be in Nigeria. We're in a comfortable position that we want to be. We don't lose any of our 3 matches, and it's a good way to start, I think.
I think it's a good way to start. It's good to see KB Ogu still in great shape, good form. The guys have gone out there and shown that there's some momentum that they're building over the years. Great stuff. To win 3 games out of 3 is very, very comprehensive, and we know that having the advantage of playing the second leg of the qualifiers in Lagos will be a massive boost to the guys, and it's great stuff. Alex Nwora and the boys are doing a great job, and I don't think they will find a big challenge qualifying for the World Cup. What the big deal is, can they step up their games when they get to the World Cup?
Oh, okay. There are 5 tickets on the continent, and you would expect that the D Tigers. There are still some rounds after this. If we scale through the second leg, you'll still get to a stage where 12 teams will be divided into the 6 top 2 in each group qualify, and the highest ranked team among the others will be the 5th. So we'll see what happens in that one. But good luck to D Tigers, and that second phase. June, July, this will continue. But of course, we have a perfect record. That's it. The game against Rwanda was a blowout. The one against Mali, 82-59. The last one. The game against Mali was the last one. Uganda, first one, and Rwanda as well. Nigeria has done well so far, and hopefully the trend will continue. And of course, of the 4 teams here, after the second leg, 1 team is going to drop off. But you can be sure it's not going to be Nigeria. It's not going to be Nigeria. So guys, let's quickly move. Let's just move forward. We've already confirmed that that second leg will be in Lagos. Toby, let's start with the Super Falcons. What happened in WAFU? Okay, you've not had your say on WAFU. Let me just allow you to say something about WAFU, the performance. I read some comments. Ngozi Okobi was saying on Twitter, look, don't read too much meaning into this. The Ghanaians don't come close to the A team of the Super Falcons. So she says, don't read too much meaning. When we are ready, they know who the masters are. I think it brightened my mood when I read that. But then again, a loss to Ghana is always painful.
Yeah, very painful. And we know we had a lot of a lot of bragging rights over Ghana in women's football for a while. I think the last time I was in Cameroon, recall that game, I think it was a semi-final game, really difficult game for Nigeria, but they held on to get to the final. And I think this WAFU Cup for me was a success for the ladies. Bronze medal, the maiden edition, great exposure, especially for the fact that this squad had more under 20 players. It was great exposure for the players and for the new manager who's just coming in. This is a platform for him to assess Nigeria and also to assess African football also, because in the coming weeks we'll be having the AFCON qualifiers. In the mix also next Olympic qualifiers. So this has really given the manager an idea of African football. He played against he played against Mali, he played against Ghana. It's really settled on the pace. And like I said, bronze medal was a great moment for the girls.
All right, but the one we are talking about tonight is the fact that the invitational tournament, much talked about invitational tournament, we're not going to be there. There are issues, and of course we've withdrawn from it. Familiar story, visa issues, and it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, really.
Yeah, it does.
But I was hoping to see the girls in this one.
And the fact that more professional players could have come around for that game, it will give the new manager.
And have reminded us how good our team really is.
I'm sure the man who will be very disappointed out of this will be the manager. I'm sure he would have been absolutely buzzing at the fact that he's going to get a chance to see some of the more established players and and see how he can galvanize them and get them together and build a strategy. Because when a new manager comes on board like that, he brings his own methods, he brings his own tactics, and it's very exciting because you want to get the girls to assimilate your ideas very quickly on board, as quickly as you can. And so I think the manager will be very disappointed. But like you said, it's a familiar tale and very embarrassing. We cannot at this level be talking about visa. Nigeria is so big a country, big football country, big economic country. We cannot be talking about visa at this level.
Okay. All right. So let's leave the Falcons and wish them all the best when the qualifiers start, and hopefully we'll get things right. Guys, before we go on the break, let's talk about this. Usain Bolt coming out, telling us there's something to expect. Change of career has been on the cards for him. Now he says he's going to play football. He's going to announce the team. But you know, sources are hinting that he might just be playing for Mamelodi Sundowns in South Africa. But, you know, do you think his career in football will be as explosive as on the tracks?
No chance. That's not happening. I mean, he was explosive on the tracks, as you rightfully said. He burned the tracks for so many years, and we quite came to love him as the guy. I remember him talking to Sir Alex Ferguson to give him a trial at Manchester United. That didn't work out. He was on trials at Mamelodi Sundowns. He's got explosive pace, but I'm not quite sure he can quite apply himself on the football field. Just that pace is too much. I'm scared that he's going to run past the goalpost. I mean, he's that quick, he's that exciting. But it would be amazing to see somebody move away from athletics and go into football.
An explosive start. Toby, at 31, you want to think it's too late.
Too late, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure it will be like an explosive, football career. Maybe it's more of business side.
Okay. Selling jerseys, maybe.
Selling jerseys. More fans will come. PSL will be more exposed. I mean, it's more of business.
That's if he eventually goes.
Even for any league, even if he signs for any leagues in the world, I mean, it will be more of business. But who knows? I mean, like I said, moving with the pace and football is a different thing with the athletics. How much money they could get. But I think if any country league, get to Usain Bolt, if any team, it's going to be more of business for them. I mean, you throw him in 1 or 2, 3 minutes, maybe in a win against situation. And I mean, it will look very interesting, but I don't think it's going to be more football.
All right.
I think it's going to be more business.
Okay, let's not rule him out. Who knows? Who knows? It might just get to the field and surprise us all. Guys, there's something that just came up. Okay, we'll do that after this break. So let's quickly go on a break. And when we return, we'll talk about the video assistant referee, some controversies and some decisions to be made by UEFA. And of course, we'll talk about Nigeria Professional Football League. But that will be after this break. Join us again.